Hey y'all, welcome back to Adventuring with Amanda. Thank you so much for being here. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Be sure to like and subscribe. In this short video, I am taking my gray foam flooring from Lowe's that I purchased. I believe it's $25 for a set of 4. And I am securing it so it will stay in my van under my rug and it won't move around. This floor, like I said, it's foam and it goes together kind of like a puzzle, as you can see. But if it's not secure, it can easily come apart. So I'm going to use hot glue and duct tape to secure it. Now, as you can see, the lines are not all going the same way, but that's okay because it's going to go under a rug and no one will see it anyways. Let's get started. So to start, I'm getting my hot glue gun warmed up. This is just a mini Gorilla Glue hot glue gun that I'm using with these sticks. I'm not going to completely glue all of the edges because that would be just kind of silly and time consuming, but just kind of the main ones on the outside, some on the inside, and the edges that I think might pop off. And then I'm going to do it on the front and the back of the foam, as well as just use some duct tape. I always recommend just using your resources. There's no point in spending extra money if you don't have to. So as my gun gets warmed up here, I do want to say that also this hot glue is heat resistant, weather resistant. Heat resistant meaning like it won't melt in the Arizona heat. And you can use this on wood, metal, glass, plastic, floral, fabric, leather, foam, and more. So it'll be perfect. So what I'm doing now is I'm kind of holding some of these creases together and just throwing some glue in there, since this is where 2 of the pieces come together. And it doesn't have to be perfect because it's going to be underneath a rug in my van. And I really just want to secure it. So it doesn't take a lot, and like I said, I'm not going to do every single edge, but just kind of glue it and hold it. And beforehand, I made sure I stepped on the entire floor to make sure it was nice and flat and level so everything could fit together nicely. And it looks like this hot glue is doing the trick. So I might do like kind of every other one maybe. Or areas that I think might pop up, if you will. Pretty easy. All right, moving right along. So if you have a surface or you can find like a spot on the floor, this is nice and easy to do, and you can just kind of move the floor based on where you're sitting. I'll probably do the edges on the back side too. Just make sure that you don't accidentally glue your foam to your flooring or your surface. So on the corners, what I'm doing is I'm kind of taking it off like this and putting some hot glue in there so it sticks to the other piece. So you're getting the corners nice and good, and then going over the top of it as well. I'm just kind of doing that on the corners and like one piece on each side. And then I'm going to make sure that I get the middle secured as well, because we don't want the middle coming apart, even though the edges are good. So, and I only used 2 sticks of glue on the entire outer edges. So that's pretty good. So here's one of the corners, and it is secured very well on the front. No movement or anything, so nice and secure there. So now it's time to flip it over and work on gluing and taping the back of it. So I turned my floor over. As you can see, this is one of the pieces I was using in my van already, but the edges are fairly insecure underneath, so I will fill those with glue and line the edges again and finish with the duct tape. So I'm finished with the back side, and what I did in the cross sections was I just reinforced it with glue and did a little like cross hatching with the glue itself to make sure that the corners are nice and secure. And all of the gluing in total on the front and the back only took me about 15 minutes. So now what I'm doing is simply reinforcing with duct tape. Whoop. Especially the cross sections on the front and the back. Again, this is not going to be shown in my van. There's going to be carpeting on top of it. So it's all about just making sure it's secure. It does not have to look pretty. And I'm going to kind of fold it around the side there. I am no engineer, but I do know that it can't hurt to really reinforce the corners and the edges with like a cross sort of pattern if you can. Using, again, whatever materials and resources you have at home. And you know, stuff like glue and tape you can get like at the dollar store, so it doesn't have to be expensive. I'm moving right along. So, funny story, I literally had just enough duct tape to secure my floor on the front and the back, so this is what it looks like, glued and duct taped. So the next step will be to put it in the van and then cut a rug to fit. So stay tuned for that video, and in the meantime, if this was enjoyable for you, be sure to like it, comment, and say hello to my 15-year-old senior dog, Penny. Thanks so much for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.